What should we do with ex-leaders? Now, Hawke put on quite an effort to get Malcolm Fraser up as Secretary-General of the Commonwealth.
And I helped him, I might add.
Clearly trying to establish a new tradition of treating outgoing PMs with some respect.
Yeah.
Now, it seems to me that, well, clearly in the US, even a disgraced president has his presidential library and is allowed to rehabilitate his reputation to some extent, like Nixon. Or if he's a mediocrity or deemed to be one, like Carter, he can go out into the world and do good works. But we treat ex-prime ministers as totally irrelevant. Shouldn't we, in fact, use them, employ their skills in, say, the diplomatic service, giving them, say, ambassadorial postings?
I don't know. Then you'd have to represent the government of the day, and you mightn't want to. I still have most of the access I had throughout the world, in Asia in particular, that I had as Prime Minister. So I can sort of keep abreast of the subjects I'm interested in that respect. I'm not really... I think if you're out of office, you're out of office. I don't think that former Prime Ministers have to be feted or looked up to, but I don't think they have to be attacked mercilessly and unfairly. I mean, I don't think anyone should have to bear that. But beyond that, I don't believe that the country owes any of us for the privilege of having been Prime Minister or the right to be able to do these things.
Only certain categories of politicians are pursued. Now, in the Labor area, I would think that Whitlam copped it a bit with the Sankey case. Rann was pursued for a while, and you?
Well, they were pursued mightily. I mean, Whitlam was pursued, Connor and Cairns, by the Liberals for 3 years after 1975, and they had to defend themselves at their own expense until Malcolm Fraser put a stop to it.
But what I'm suggesting, Paul, is that certain types of politicians are singled out for this treatment.
Well,
it's not enough to be a Premier or a Prime Minister. You've got to antagonise them in some way as a person.
Yeah, I think you've got to be... If you've done them electoral damage, that is the principal cardinal sin. The second thing is, if you actually stand for something ideologically different, philosophically different, they're for you. Who bothers to chase their predecessor in private life? Only the Liberal Party of Australia. I can't think of anywhere else where it goes on.
Has the Labor Party never pursued a Liberal leader?
No, yeah, they just can't be bothered. More to do, more to think about, you know. Yes,
that's not a bad motto. More to do, more to think about.
More to think about, rather than chasing somebody, you know.
That'd be a good epitaph for you, wouldn't it? Chiselled on the stone out in some Catholic section of a suburban cemetery. More to do, more to think of.
Maybe, yeah. Well, there's always something on, isn't there?